What is up, everybody, and welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Funko Five Nights at Freddy's, and this is Santa Freddy. Yeah, you heard me, Santa Freddy. Obviously, you guys can tell that this is a Christmas or festive theme wave from Funko. We'll start by getting a closer look at the back. This is all four figures in this wave, so we have Santa Freddy, Elf Bonnie, Gingerbread Foxy, and Snow Chica. Other than that, everybody, just your standard carded figure. Nothing really fancy about this packaging. Just a clear plastic bubble and your other figures on the back. So not much else to say or show you guys with the packaging on this one. We'll be right back with Santa Freddy outside the package. So let's get a closer look at Santa Freddy. And I gotta say, man, I really like the overall appearance of this one. I love Freddy's face. I think it looks fantastic. I think they did a great job. Loving the eyes, teeth, nose. Love how everything's painted. The overall paint application of this one is fair. It's pretty decent. There is a little bit of white overpaint in certain areas. And yeah, in other areas it's a little bit of missing white paint. But the belt buckle is painted nicely. Most of the frills are fur on the Santa costume is painted nicely. The face is painted fantastic. I love the overall appearance of the face. He has nice black gloves. None of this stuff is painted, just a red plastic. The plastic is a little bit cloudy, but other than that, it still looks fine. And his boots are nice and shiny, which I like. Oh man, I totally missed this there. A big smudge of white paint over on the side here, which is kind of unfortunate. This is actually my son's figure, so I'm not sure if he's going to mind it too much. Me, I'm the picky one. I'm very picky when it comes to my action figures and my toys. The quality is average on these. The quality is decent. The paint application, sculpt, and all that stuff is decent. But I'm not going to be too overly critical with this one. Obviously, we're not expecting crazy articulation out of this one. We know what we're getting into. So that pretty much wraps up a closer look, everybody. Let's quickly go over articulation. So for his head, it does wiggle back and forth. It does wiggle from side to side. Not a whole lot of articulation. Does spin all the way around if you want it. For his arms, goes up this far. Does spin all the way around, and it actually stayed on. Wow, the joints on this one are fantastic. For his elbow, it bends this far. There's a rotation there as well if you want it. His hands usually spin all the way around. Yeah, they spin all the way around and come off. There's a little ball joint here, and that just pops back on. No big deal. There's no articulation at the waist or anything like that. For his legs, comes out this far, so very restricted. Goes forward this far, back this far, and for his knees, more of a 45-degree bend. And it rotates all the way around as well. So very restricted articulation with this one, very limited articulation. But that's what we expect from these Five Nights at Freddy figures from Funko. I do have to give them credit though. These joints are nice and tight. Fantastic. A lot of the older ones, if I tried to rotate it all the way around, try to cover articulation, the limbs would fall out and it was a complete nightmare. But this one feels nice and tight, nice and solid. I like it. Great job by Funko. Alright, so if you want to see the full wave, here is the full wave in all of its glory. We have Snow Chica, Elf Bonnie, Gingerbread Foxy, and Santa Freddy. Let me know in the comments below which is your favorite. Are you a Chica fan, Bonnie, Foxy, or good old Freddy? Alright everybody, that pretty much wraps up our unboxing and figure review for the Funko Five Nights at Freddy's Santa Freddy. So if I had to give this one a rating out of 10, I would definitely give it an 8 out of 10. The overall appearance of this one looks fantastic. Like I previously mentioned, the white paint is pretty rough in some places. There is a big white smudge here. The plastic is a little bit dull. But it still looks good, man. I love the overall appearance of his face. I love the way his face looks. Much improved joints. So I think an 8 out of 10 is a pretty fair score for this one all the way around. We know what we're getting into. They haven't really changed over the past 4 or 5 years. However long Funko has been making these. Pretty standard, pretty average. Some are better than others, quality-wise, sculpt-wise, and paint-wise. But that being said, they are all relatively the same. But quality-wise, this one is actually one of the better figures that we reviewed from Funko. So as always, my friends, let me know what you think of this figure. Let me know what you think of our score of 8 out of 10. And as always, let me know who is your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's character. If you liked our review, don't forget, hit that like button, and that subscribe button is there as well if you want to subscribe to the channel. As always, my friends, we hope you enjoyed this review, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys.